Welcome back, everybody. The time now is 9:15. We are in the middle of a stressful time of year right now between hurricane season, the upcoming election, and everything else in our personal lives. A lot of people might be tempted to turn to food, but that can cause more problems that you got to worry about. New research in the journal Nutrients calls emotional eating a critical risk factor for recurrent weight gain. So licensed mental health counselor Shantala Boss is here this morning to talk all about it. Thanks so much for coming in. It's so good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, hurricane season is a lot, and it's true. We have an election coming up in like 18 days. So people are just stressed. How bad is it, stress eating? Because I think we've all been there. We've all been like, you know what, I just need to eat because it's making me feel good, but it really doesn't in the long run.
Well, it's really common because what it does is when we eat things, especially high sugar, high carb, salty things, it increases the dopamine in our brain, which helps us feel better. That's why we talk about comfort foods. But the problem with that is it can develop into really unhealthy habits that can create a lot of problems. So it's important to notice when we're feeling those triggers emotionally and maybe turning to food.
How do you know, like, at some point, okay, I got to stop? Because maybe to some people, they're just, because of their situation, they just don't know. So how do you know, how do you set that limit within your own self to know, okay, if I eat this much or if I eat too much at one point, like, how do you know that?
Well, I think noticing if you're stressed within your body about anything that's going on in your life. Are you lonely? Are you sad? Are you anxious? Is it more of a difficult day than normal? And when you feel that way, are you turning to the cupboard? Are you really hungry? So really listening to our body and listening to the cues within our body, because I think sometimes we don't think about that. We don't think about our basic needs. Maybe we're thirsty. Maybe we're tired. Maybe we need to talk to a friend. Instead, we turn to food because it's easily accessible.
Right, and that's a good point, because I think dehydration, sometimes we get that confused with hunger. We think we're hungry, but we're actually just dehydrated. So just drink some water and maybe you'll feel that same sort of impact, right, that you might feel of eating a bag of chips.
Yes, absolutely. And then doing other things for ourselves, finding out what coping strategies help us decrease stress, and doing more mindful eating. So mindful eating is more like looking at the food. I actually brought you a chocolate just
to, thank you.
So if you don't have to eat it, you don't have to eat it, but you look at it. What does it look like?
Right.
What does it smell like? And then what does it feel like going down in your mouth? And it sounds a little goofy, but really taking the time to savor and be grateful for the food we have, because sometimes I think we just fill our mouths very quickly and we don't think about it. So mindful eating, something as simple as a little chocolate. Also buying smaller portions, so when we're sitting in front of the television, we're not eating a whole bag of chips. We could get the little portion-sized chips and eat that, and then feel how hungry we are and kind of listen to those cues within our body.
Okay, very helpful tips. Well, hopefully people are listening and they don't sit on the couch and they're like, oh, I'm going to put that bag of chips away or that donut box away. Definitely very helpful. Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and send things over to David Martin with a wonderful cause he's at this morning. Hi, David.